G'day, I'm Nicki Parrott. Welcome to Chez Nicki Jams, episode 2. Just getting a little bass practice in before we get cooking tonight, so let's head to the kitchen and let's get started. Chez Nicki Jams, yeah. So last week we had the pineapple pizza, and this week we have a quarantine classic for you. Tortilla Española, or a Spanish omelette, or in Italian, it's a frittata. It's often called the national dish of Spain, and once you taste it, you'll just know why. It's that good. My husband and I were on tour in Spain last year, in Denia, which is in the province of Alicante, beautiful area that we fell in love with. And we ate this every day because it just became one of our favorites in Denia. It's perfect for quarantine because it's just 4 ingredients. You want about 8 eggs. You need 1 onion, largish onion, yellow or white onion, whatever you have. You'll need a good olive oil because the potatoes absorb a lot of the oil in the cooking of this. And this one's a nice one. It's Núñez de Prado. I hope I'm saying that right. And I love this one. Speaking of potatoes, you'll need about a bag of potatoes. This one from Trader Joe's with creative marketing from Trader Joe's. It says, "Hi, I'm a bag of Trader Joe's gold potatoes. My best friends are cream, butter, and gravy. I dig hot places, family meals, and long walks on the beach." It's just potatoes, Trader Joe's. So we're going to get started. You'll also need salt and pepper, by the way. Have that handy. We're going to get started, and we're going to peel this bag of potatoes. It's about 9 potatoes in there, about medium. And then we're going to rinse them off and put them in a bowl. Let's get started. So here we have our potatoes, peeled, washed, and pat dry. And then we're just going to take them and cut them into slices about 1/4 of an inch thick, 1/2 centimeter, just like that. Chop them like this and put them in a bowl with some salt. So here we have the chopped potatoes in 1/4 inch slices. Sprinkle some salt on those. Mix well. Dash of pepper too, always good. Mix it all through and then just put aside. Next, we're going to grab our onion and chop it into slices. So here we have our onion chopped up, and I'm crying because that's what happens when you chop onion. You just cry. It's part of cooking, isn't it? Into a bowl and set aside. Next, we're going to take our eggs. We have 8 eggs here, about a medium size. And we're going to crack them into this bowl here and then whisk. So we have our 8 eggs right here, and we're going to whisk them all together, add a little salt and pepper. And just mix it through. All right. We have our 4 ingredients ready to go, so let's get cooking. Okay, let's grab our olive oil. You'll need 2 pans, one for the potato and one for the onions. But we're going to start with the potatoes. You'll actually need quite a lot of olive oil so that it covers most of the potatoes, so we get them nice and crispy in the pan. And so they cook through and absorb a lot of that wonderful olive oil flavor. It's important to have it on a medium to low heat so we don't burn any of the potato pieces and into the pan. So the potatoes are going to cook in the pan at a medium to low heat for about 20 minutes until they're nice and cooked all the way through. So while this is all happening and you're mixing the potatoes, turning them around, it's a good time to put in some Spanish music and get nice and relaxed. I recommend Mercedes Sosa. She's got a beautiful voice, always puts me in the mood for Tortilla Española. Now you can also put in other ingredients into a tortilla. You could have ham, you could have Spanish chorizo, that nice spicy sausage that I really love. You could also put red peppers, green peppers, mushrooms are sometimes good. But for this time, I thought we'd just stick to the classic, just potato, onion, and eggs. It tastes so good. You don't really need much else. So while our potatoes are cooking nicely away there, we can get started on our onions. Once again, oil on the pan, oil in the pan. About medium heat should do it. Just heat up the oil slightly and throw in our onions. And while they're getting started, keep mixing the potatoes. Starting to get a nice brown on the edges right here. That's what you want. Now while the onions are over here cooking nicely away, make sure you keep turning them around so that they don't burn. And also the potatoes on the bottom, make sure they don't burn on the bottom. You got to keep moving the potatoes around. Go back to the onions, back to potatoes, onions. Just keep moving it so it cooks nice and even. So now we have our onions here, nicely caramelized around the edges there. So we're just going to put them in with our egg mixture. Coat all the onions and just leave them aside. So it looks like our potatoes are nicely cooked evenly. So we're going to grab a colander and strain all the oil, all the extra oil out of the potatoes in the sink over here. So we have our yummy potato mixture here. We have our egg and onion nicely marinating here. So all we're going to do is add the potatoes to the egg and onion like this. Get the last little bit in there. And probably a good idea to mix it around. I'm just going to mix it with the spatula I was using to cook the potatoes with. Just mix it all in there like that. Looks good. So we're going to let our egg, potatoes and onion mixture just marinate together so all the nice flavors get all mixed in with each other. And while we do that, we're going to do a song. The song I've chosen to do tonight was written by Armando Manzanero, and the English lyrics were by Sid Wayne. The great version was done by Perry Como in 1970. A couple of years later, Elvis Presley had a nice version. And around the same time, a great singer who I really love, Shirley Bassey, did a nice version of the song as well. So I hope you enjoy this. It's impossible. Tell the sun to leave the sky. It's just impossible. It's impossible. Ask a baby not to cry. It's just impossible. Can I hold you closer to me and not feel you going through me? Split the second that I never think of you. Oh, how impossible. Can the ocean keep from rushing to the shore? It's just impossible. If I had you, could I ever want for more? It's just impossible. And tomorrow, should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I would sell my very soul and not regret it. For to live without your love, it's just impossible. Mantenemos un cariño limpio y puro, como todos, procuramos el momento más oscuro para hablarnos, para darnos el más dulce de los besos, recordar de qué color son los cerezos. Sin hacer más comentarios, somos novios. It's impossible. I just had a thought. Why don't we make a little salad while we're waiting for the potatoes to marinate? So I thought we'd just do a simple 4-ingredient salad to match our 4-ingredient tortilla tonight. We have palm seeds, we have almonds, honey goat milk cheese. I love goat's milk cheese. And we're going to chop some kale. Throw them all together into a bowl. Dash of salt, pepper of course, lots of pepper. I don't have a thing off here. And add some balsamic vinegar. Olive oil. Kale salad, good to go. So I think our tortilla mixture is ready to cook. So just a little bit of olive oil into the pan. Move it around a bit. You don't need a lot of olive oil at this stage because there's so much in the potatoes and onions right here. And then we're just going to put it into the pan to cook. Get a spatula, make sure it's kind of even. If there's more egg on one side, then move it around a bit. Once it's in the pan, keep it on about a medium or low heat so it doesn't burn on the bottom. About 6 to 8 minutes. You can peek underneath to make sure it's cooked well on the bottom, and then we're going to do our flip and slide. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay, so it's been about 5-6 minutes in the pan now, so I think it's time to do the flip and slide. So this is the part where you just got to be really bold. You get a plate like this. I'm going to turn the heat off so I don't burn myself too much. So what we're going to do is get a plate that's around the same size as the pan, right? And then we do the flip and slide. Let me show you what that looks like. Flip. Ooh, that's a good looking tortilla. And then we do the slide. Back in the pan. There we go, side 2. So we've probably got about 4 minutes on the other side, and then your tortilla is ready to eat, and I'm getting really hungry. So here it is, Tortilla Española. Looks pretty good. I'm getting hungry. Let's cut it up and see how it tastes. So here we have our tortilla plate. Tortilla, kale salad, some baguette slices. You can cut them into triangles like this, put them between 2 slices of bread, makes a yummy sandwich. They make great leftovers with a café con leche. So I'm going to try this out. Buen appetito. It's good. Cheers. This is Andrew's Mezcal Quarantini, and I'd like to give a shout out to all our friends in Denia, Spain, Enrique, Pedro, Dana, Beatrice, and the staff at the Hotel Chamarral. We miss you and we look forward to seeing you back in Spain as soon as possible. Good health to everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next episode of Chez Nicki Jams. Cheers.